Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations on a variety of topics social, psychological, emotional, and coaching related. We try to do that as often as we can. Many times it's several times per week. Today we're going to talk about things that you need to know about yourself to get the most out of your life. Knowing yourself is super important in order to make decent decisions as it relates to, where to go, how to go, and how to proceed. Get the most out of your life. We only live once, or even if you believe in multiple lifetimes, this is the only one we remember, so might as well get the most out of it we can. If you're looking to get more out of your life, having a coach is a great way to do that. We are running YouTube related specials, so if you're interested in that, would love to connect with you. But in any event, um, there's a couple ways to do that as far as connection is concerned at PO Perception on Twitter or the About Me section of this YouTube page will take you to my webpage. You can go there, find out more information. So there is um, about 6 or 7 things I want to run through here. The first thing you have to know is what makes you truly happy. Not what makes you happy in the face of other people, not what makes you pretend to be happy to make other people happy, but what really serves you and what brings you to a place of recharge and joy and peace and enjoyment in your daily life. Because when you understand that, you can get to a place where you can make the most of your life in a way that matters. And you can do that consistently and in a manner that will allow you to, commit to your goals, but also enjoy your daily life. Now, for me, I know that being around entertainment and kind of connecting with people on a deeper level, entertainment wise, brings me joy, brings me peace, brings me happiness. And I know that about, how I work. I know that about what is there for me. I also know that helping people to break their patterns makes me happy. And so there's ways that I can certainly, um, you know, there's interesting ways to go forward. Um, it's an interesting process, and you got to go to a place within yourself where you balance responsibility with happiness, and you can get to a place where things are meaningful to you and you're working towards goals that bring you happiness, but also factoring happiness into things that are part of your daily, weekly, monthly experience. Next thing to consider is knowing your values. What matters most to you? Is it family? Is it fame? Is it creativity? Is it art? Is it music? What really matters to you? What's going to bring you to a place where you can make a maximum impact on the world? When you understand what's going to help you to impact the world, you will then be able to move towards it when you need inspiration, when you need drive, when you need something that leads you to another place to be. At the end of the day, there's there's a lot that comes with kind of balancing things out. There's a lot that comes with knowing how to go, but it is what it is, and you've got to kind of find the things that you value. Some people value family, some people don't. Some people value money, some people don't. Knowing what your values are and, and aligning and surrounding yourself with people that value the same or similar things as you is one of the most valuable things you can do to keep yourself in mental and emotional balance at all times. The next thing is how you cope with stress. Having coping mechanisms ready at hand is a essential part of dealing with the crazy life, especially during the pandemic that we've been through in the last year, and with certainly a lot of people saying that it's coming to a close. But the after effects of the pandemic, mentally and emotionally, on a lot of people, can lead you to um, getting somewhere, in the short or long run. And so finding a way to know how to deal with your stress as it's happening, Having physical outlets, in other words, something like a heavy bag or a stress ball. Having emotional outlets, something like music or um, yoga that will help you release. Having outlets that are social if you need support networks. Um, you know, it's important because if you feel isolated and as though you don't have a way to break the patterns, you'll deal a lot worse. And so that is important as well. The next thing to consider is, um, your personality. Who are you? What things make you angry? What things make you happy? What things make you sad? What things can you not cope with? I think one of the things that's being missed in the, uh, kind of the violence that's coming about, both with police related shootings and public shootings and all of these things and the riots and various things that have continued to develop. One of the things that is really coming into focus is the fact that people don't know who they really are. They don't know their personality. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what where their limits are and what they can and cannot handle. And this leads to people getting to a snap point and not having people listen to them. That's another thing. You've got to know where your snap point is, where you don't feel you can come back from. The next thing you've got to look at is your strengths. What are you really good at? What could you do if you really wanted to change the world? What could you do if you needed more money? What could you do if you were living at 100% or as close to it as you've ever been? A lot of times, knowing what your strength portfolio is gives you a new way to look at your life in a manner which can kind of get you out of stuck situations. The opposite of that, though, just as valuable, is knowing your weaknesses. What are you not good at? I know, for example, that I'm not good at staying organized. And so I write myself a bunch of mental notes or physical notes on my laptop or on other devices to kind of remind myself, hey, you need to focus on this. Hey, you need to focus on that. I know that with, for example, my concussion history, my short term memory is not what it's something that I need to look at. Ultimately, maybe it can be good, it can be bad, it can be frustrating, but it's definitely part of what's there. Knowing your weaknesses is just as valuable. If you know your strengths and your weaknesses, you can archetype and have people around you who can cover your strengths and accentuate your or can cover your weaknesses and accentuate your strengths in a way that leads you to be at one with yourself at all times. So hopefully this has been helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.